Hey everybody, Andy here. Let's talk about episode 1 of the new X-Files miniseries called My Struggle. It's chocked full of so much information. It's crazy. But I guess we should start with this. Well, I'll just kind of go through it step by step, I guess, as best I can remember. It starts off with Mulder's an overture. It's showing pictures of UFOs and government stock footage and stuff like that. And he talks a little bit about the original series. He really only talks about a minute of the whole 9 seasons before this in the 2 movies. So it seems like it's not going to be a huge deal, really, how much you know about the old material. You just need to know that there's alien conspiracies and government conspiracies, and Mulder and Scully are together and they have a child. That seems like the main points, and you don't really need to know all the gritty details. You just need to know that. And they do kind of explain a lot more in this episode, because there's so much in this episode. So he talks about the original X-Files, and then he talks about government conspiracy, alien testing, and all this sort of stuff, and government involvement. And they talk about that. And then it goes into 1947 and the alien crash in Roswell, New Mexico. And they flash back and forth between that and the present for about half the episode. And they show this doctor that seems to be recruited by this man in black, maybe? He just seems like somebody may work for the government, and they're on a bus and they're going to the crash site, and this doctor is going there to investigate the crash scene, I guess. Instead of going back and forth, I'm going to explain the whole 1947 crash scene. So he gets out, he goes there, they find an alien, a living alien that's been wounded, hurt. He's crawling away, and the man in black and the army men say he might be dangerous. Oh, and they shoot him. They shoot the alien dead. The doctor's very upset. He picks up the alien. He brings it back to some sort of government facility, and he performs an autopsy on it. And that's pretty much what you see of the flashbacks. Now, present day, and in its present day too, they're pretty much alluding that it's right now. Technology seems like it's their cell phones and everything seem like it's very right now, very present day. Pretty long story short, for the intro, Mulder and Scully get back together. Skinner recruits them, gets them together. Scully's still working at the hospital that she was working at in the latest movie, it seems. Mulder was still hiding out in that cabin, but now he's back in D.C. He meets up with this TV personality, conspiracy theorist, who all these government conspiracies, the government's taking over. They're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, they're gonna do this. Aliens are involved. Blah 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 blah. So him and Mulder and Scully meet. He tells him all this. He brings him to meet this other character. Her name is Sveta. She is an abductee. She has been injected with alien DNA. She has had children that have been taken from her, similar to what happened to Scully in the original series. Only this has happened to her multiple times. I think it only happened to Scully once. So Scully takes her to get tested. They test her blood. Tests don't come back to near the end of the episode, so we'll get to that then. But when Dana is testing her, getting the blood, she pretty much says that she can read minds, and that she can possibly also move things, telekinesis or telepathy, or both. She kind of displays that she can read minds, or at least you're supposed to think so. that she seems to know about Mulder and Scully and their relationship, and that they have a child together. And Scully gets kind of upset. Let's see what happens after that. Oh, either right before that or during that, Mulder is taken to this facility by O'Malley, and he brings him there, and he sees that there is an alien replica vehicle. So they've taken alien technology, reverse engineered it, and made a flying saucer. It's not a flying saucer, it's more of like a triangle shaped flying vehicle. And they say that it uses free energy, that it can pretty much move and cloak itself, or not cloak, I'm sorry, it like disappears because it travels like instantaneously with this free energy. Mulder goes back after a while and talks to Sveta. He claims that Sveta is the key. They have like this dialogue and this conversation, and they don't really, they kind of just show you a little bit of what they talk about at the beginning, and then they kind of cut away. So you're supposed to think they had this in-depth conversation, and Mulder's now believes that Sveta's the key. He pretty much just says she's the key to everything. And that everything that has happened in the original X-Files series, everything is wrong. It's all negated. Everything he's believed was wrong was all smokescreen. O'Malley comes back. They all get together, all four of them, Mulder, Scully, Sveta, and O'Malley. And O'Malley says he's going to get on TV tomorrow on a show, and he's going to expose the government and say all these conspiracies that they're going to do, that the banks are going to close, they're going to take over, shut down the power grids, and there's going to be this huge takeover by this government entity, whoever they are. Of course we don't know who they are. Right after that happens, Mulder gets in contact with this man, and you don't really know who he is. And then you later find out that he is the doctor in the flashbacks. And he pretty much says, Mulder says that he's like, everything that you've told me and everything that I know from the past, from the original X-Files series, is a lie. And he says, keep trying, you're very close. And he pretty much, that's what he says. Now, spoilers, because that's kind of halfway through the episode. I don't really want to give away the end, so there's a spoiler for the end of this episode. Next, Sveta gets on the television or goes and talks to the news. She pretty much says everything that O'Malley has said about her, everything they've talked about on the show, is a lie. He's made her do it. He's made it all up. He forced her to do it, and she's really sorry. At the same time, you see these Humvees burst into that facility with the alien vehicle, the alien replica vehicle. They blow it up. Mulder pretty much is like, they got to her, they made her say it, and all that sort of stuff. So, is Sveta lying? Did the government get to her? I don't know. But it seems that they also blew up the vehicle at the same time. Then Mulder and Scully get together, and Scully pretty much says, we need to find Sveta. She is very, very important, because the test results came back, and she doesn't say that she has alien DNA or is half alien hybrid or whatever. From like the old series, the alien hybrids were a big thing, the original series. But she does very much allude to it, and she also alludes to that she tested herself and that she has the same genome, the same DNA sequence, or whatever it would be. I'm not exactly sure what the science of it would be. So she doesn't exactly say that, but she alludes to it. So it cuts the scene, and then it shows Sveta driving down a street, or down a rural highway. Her car, power turns off in her car. She knows what's happening. She thinks she's being abducted. It shows a spacecraft, just like the alien replica vehicle that it blew up just a couple minutes ago. It shows it hovering over her. She freaks out. She's trying to get out of the vehicle, but she can't. And all of a sudden it shows the vehicle blow up. So you're supposed to think that she blew up in the vehicle, but I really think that she's going to be a character in this miniseries in a big role. So I think that she actually was abducted. So either she was abducted or wasn't. She has alien DNA or doesn't. She's part of this O'Malley theory or she isn't. It's just like typical X-Files. It's maybe, maybe not. You don't know what's happening. So that's how that ends. And then you get another twist at the end. It shows a man talking from behind, and you know right away it's a cigarette smoking man. And you're like, how the heck did he show back up? Oh my god, what's going on here? And of course he's smoking a cigarette through his neck like he did in the last couple seasons of the X-Files because he had cancer. And he says, I got some bad news. He's talking on the phone. I got some bad news. The X-Files has been reopened. And I believe that's how it ends. Now, like I was saying just a couple minutes ago, it's just typical X-Files. Do you believe Sveta? Do you not? Do you believe O'Malley? Is O'Malley part of this government conspiracy to trick Mulder? Is it a smokescreen? Who's right? Who's wrong? Are they all wrong? Who knows? But that's episode 1. What do you guys think about it? I don't know. I liked it. I'm all back into it. I'm right back into it like it was the original series again. I love that series. You know, not so much the last couple seasons when Mulder, when David Duchovny wasn't there, and even Dana Scully wasn't there for as much. Gillian Anderson, wasn't there for those last couple seasons, but I still enjoyed them. And I feel like it's just starting where it left off, and I'm super excited. I can't wait for the next episode, which apparently is tomorrow. Probably, I don't know why it's tomorrow. I thought they were doing this like every Sunday, so I'm pretty excited. So we'll have another video out tomorrow. Again, well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think, and I will check you later.